right. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with you. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Golden State Warriors at their home, Oracle Arena. And for the Warriors, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get... When he's healthy, Brook Lopez is one of the best centers out there, but he's continuing to have these foot surgeries. Shaq?
Yeah, but he just got that $60 million contract, so there's a lot riding on that foot. He's actually only had his arch lowered to reduce the strain. Hopefully that solves the problem.
Wow. Do you have high arches, by the way?
I don't know. I never checked.
It'd be down there on your feet. That's where you'd have to check.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the arch on my jumper.
No. Let's go down to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports for myself, Kevin Harlan, and my broadcast partners, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Welcome, everyone. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Johnson, round out there with Darren Williams. Then it's Young, and it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Williams. And Young with the basket on the assist by Williams. Young's got the opening basket of the game for the Nets. Darren Williams enjoying an efficient season, shooting the ball last year, 2013-14. Steve, his best field goal percentage in years.
Yeah, and over the last two seasons, his best consistent three-point shooting. So he's become a dependable threat from long range.
And here is Johnson after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Young outside, clock at 6. Williams attacking. The Warriors pull it in. Barnes kicks to Green. The dish to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And now here comes Young leading the break. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
It's really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Now here's Curry. Johnson with the defensive effort. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Brown against Thompson. Lopez. Green with the rebound. Nets on defense. Here's Curry with the three, and that one's good. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Lopez sets a screen for Williams. Johnson outside. Johnson double team. Tries from 16.
High-octane offensive team. They didn't average 100 points a game, but they were one of the more efficient teams in the league at the offensive end of the floor.
And Thompson throws it down. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Williams dishes to Lopez. He kicks to Johnson. Outside Williams. Into Brook Lopez. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Lopez has got his first points of the night.
And with the Nets and scoring, it's not how much you score, but how efficient you are in the NBA. And they were in the top 5 in points per shot.
The offensive rebound. Curry outside, and the shot is good. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Young, a screen on Curry. Over in the corner, Brown. Warriors with the rebound. Points per shot, I like that stat. It's a true indication of what a team Clark is able to do on offense a lot of the time.
Well, with the aging players they had, you knew the Nets weren't going to be an up-and-down team, a transition team. So they found ways to make the most of their offensive possessions last year.
Now here's Brown after the miss from Klay Thompson. And he gets it to go. Brown's got 5 points so far.
Something they'd like to see more of him more often, that's for sure.
It's Curry outside. Shot is no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Now here's Williams. Pass to Lopez. And the shot is good.
That's his third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
And the shot is good. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, you always talk about what an incredible home court advantage it is for the Warriors here at Oracle, and that is not going to change anytime soon. This team is on another level in front of this crowd.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Draymond Green. Lee comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
No matter the score in this building, Clark, the Warriors are always a danger to either come back in a game or explode for a big lead.
Kevin, because of their ability to knock down the three-point shot, they're never out of a game, and they can really explode and get away from teams. I don't know if there's a team that has that kind of firepower in the league from the three-point line.
Here's Jack. That one goes. Counter. Jack's got his first 2 points.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. I mean, get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
43 seconds left to play in the first. Right side Jack. Now the pass to Bogdanovich. It's blocked. Here's Bogut. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
Not the guy you want to see taking too many free throws. Last season, his numbers among the worst in the league.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Nets with the lead. Outside Jack. Plumlee sets the pick for Jack. Kicks it to Teletovic. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Teletovic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, Clark and Steve, what do you guys think about what they have or haven't been doing?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. Established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Johnson is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Then there's Allen Anderson. And it's Plumlee in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Jarrett Jack, a versatile combo guard. And guard ones or twos. He's 6'3", but very strong, so he's able to defend shooting guards pretty well.
You talk about Jarrett Jack's versatility. He can play on or off the ball.
Yeah, he's really rock solid. It gives you everything you want in a combo, starting or backup guard. He's a good spot-up shooter. When he has the ball in his hands, he can get in the lane. He creates for others, and I like his fearlessness as well.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Andre Iguodala is sneaky good. He said they say numbers never lie. I'm the opposite. I think numbers always lie. My game having a huge impact. It may not show up on the stat sheet, but if you watch closely, you'll see it. And Kevin, Draymond Green said, every team needs an Andre Iguodala. He is such a smart player. He does everything. Guys?
Green, a smart player in his own right. Thanks, Doris.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
The kick out to Williams. Lopez passes to Williams. And it's Williams again missing. Warriors trail by 3. It's Thompson off the drive. It's stolen by Jack. Left side, Jack. Lopez with the ball. Now Green defending. Johnson can't get it to go.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
That's good. Second quarter, just over a minute and a half played so far. Willie uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got his second basket of the game.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equaled their total over the previous 20 seasons.
Johnson, a wide open look. No good on the 3. Warriors have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer, and misses it off the right side of the rim. And the Warrior ownership group bought the team for a then record $450 million back in 2010. But the team was recently valued, Steve, at $800 million.
Well, some of that is winning. Some of that is the new CBA. But regardless, I mean, they've doubled their season ticket base to over 14,000. And they've actually cut it off there. There's a waiting list now to buy season tickets.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Brown, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Darren Williams has really good size and strength at the point guard spot. And once he gets a step on the guy, it's hard to push him off his line.
Nets leading by 5. Johnson outside. He feeds it to Brown. Pass to Williams. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 6 points for Williams. And Williams with one of the better post-up games among point guards thanks to his strength.
Yeah, shows that veteran savvy. You know, he can hit you with the fadeaway or get you up in the air and work himself to the foul line. So, you know, this guy's a handful anywhere on the court. And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that. Draymond Green was the 35th pick back in 2012, and he's made an impact thus far with his defense, rebounding, and great IQ for the game. And I like his competitive spirit, too. He helps you win in a lot of ways. Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Off his foot, and the refs whistling a kick ball. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Harrison Barnes.
Here's Curry with the 3. Joe Johnson pulls it in. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And Green more of an offensive player at Michigan State. I think he's still adjusting to the added distance on the NBA three-point arc, but shot it really well in the playoffs last year, so just getting better and better every year.
It's Curry with the drive. That's good. Curry's got 13.
fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And Green, very vocal, very outspoken. He's occasionally rubbed, in fact, opponents the wrong way.
Yeah, never shy about contact either, Kevin. He can get under opponent's skin at times, but if he's your teammate, you love what he brings to the table.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Draymond Green. McAdoo comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And a change for the Nets. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Lopez. Barbosa against Williams, and the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. Johnson down low, Bogut on him. The Nets working the ball around now. There's the three.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's Barbosa. A three-pointer off the mark. Nets leading by 7. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr taking over as head coach of the Warriors, a 5-time NBA champion. His focus is on creating sustained success. He said, we've got a chance to be really good for the next decade. Let's just take a swing every year and be consistent with our efforts, and we'll have our chances. And we get to watch them, Kevin.
Looking to build something that'll last. Thank you, Doris.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Well, you talk about the financial commitment by the Brooklyn Nets. Last year's starting lineup was the highest paid in NBA history.
Well, to a man, they all made well over $10 million, Kevin. I mean, Joe Johnson was over $20 million, and boy, that's a lot of cheese to be coughing up to those guys, but it is what it is.
Brooklyn making some changes. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Young. Alan Anderson comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Bogdanovich in for Darren Williams. Brown outside. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Anderson outside. He dishes it to Brown. Pass to Bogdanovich. 2 on the clock. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And for the around 26 non-luxury tax teams in the NBA, they just want to write up a nice thank you card to the Nets, considering that the Nets paid about $88 million in tax. It's the highest in league history. A good chunk of that change goes to those other teams.
And the Warriors making a change here. Lee's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Jack's checked in. Teletovic misses. Here's Bogut. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Barnes.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Outside Jack. That misses. Would have kind of had it gone in. And we're through. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Well, the threes have been falling for him at a ridiculous rate. That first half was just amazing.
And when that's the case here in the second, I think he's just got to keep spraying and splashing them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, on the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Harrison Barnes is out there with Green, and it's Curry in at point guard. And Young kicks to Brown. Shot misses. Great D that time from Green.
Well, when Harrison Barnes first stepped onto the scene, it was in the middle of the Warriors' 2013 playoff run. But he didn't exactly build upon that streak as people were hoping for last year. The playing time just wasn't there.
Williams kicks to Lopez. Brown outside. Lopez, a screen on Thompson. Brown. He got right to the cup using that screen. Brown's got 11.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Curry gets the bucket.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number one for this defense.
It really does. I mean, it's not possible to give up that many points behind the arc and not pay the price in the end.
Lopez sets a screen. For Brown. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it, make them stop you.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Warriors trail by 3. Iguodala dishes to Curry. Can't tie it up as that one misses. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Williams with the ball. Now Green defending. Brown the pass to Johnson. Back to Brown. 6 to shoot. Johnson down low. He's covered by Iguodala. And the shot is good from Johnson.
And they made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
That's short off the rim. Brooklyn leading by 5.
For a while, it looked like the Nets would struggle to make the postseason last year, but they pulled it together.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Lopez, and he gets it to go. Lopez has got 6 points.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
Well, they did end up making it in as a 6th seed, as we know. Looked to be an early exit for them, but they were able to use their experience and rally back to beat the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, it was an impressive first-round win, but it was short-lived because in the next round they faced the Heat, who had a pretty easy time with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Williams kicks to Young. Outside Williams, feeds it to Johnson. Young, a screen on Thompson. Here's Johnson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Warriors trail by 9. Outside Curry. A 3 from Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. That's now 8 points for Barnes. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Well, Steph Curry, of course, deadly from outside the arc. But last season he tried to improve his ability to get to the rim. In fact, he significantly increased his points in the paint last year.
And Williams, here we go. Young dishes to Johnson. Outside Williams. Back to Johnson. Now the feed to Brown. Johnson outside. From outside the arc. And Johnson missing again. And for Curry improving his driving ability. He already had the handles, but he tried to work on his strength to ward off the contact.
And Kevin, you know, film study is also playing a role in that progression and development. And he not only improved his finishing ability inside, he also got to the line more often, a result of being more confident in his strength.
Really good work defensively. This coach has to be happy with his team.
Yeah, forcing that miss right there, great effort.
Green, no luck. Nets leading by 3. Williams passes to Brown. Lopez kicks to Williams. To the inside. Here's Brown. Johnson, a wide open look. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Warriors have gone a somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far.
Oh, man, they needed a run to get back into this game, and they got it.
And a good one, defensively and offensively. It's been a terrific stretch for them.
The Nets have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. It's Brown with the drive. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Barnes with it. 8 points for him. Thompson for the triple. Joe Johnson pulls it in. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. 1:02 left to play in the third. Brown dishes to Johnson. Lopez, a screen on Iguodala. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Draymond Green. Lee comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Lopez. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Young. Anderson, he's checked in for Johnson. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Brown. Thompson passes to Bogut. Kicks it out to Barbosa. Puts it up. Misses off the left iron. Nets leading by 5. Here's Jack. Got it. Good job in the low post. Jack's got 9. Here is Livingston. He has 5. From deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Williams against Thompson. Floats one. It's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And that one's good. He's got 9.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because it poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Nets lead by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return.
Hey, Mr. Venner. Yo, hola.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity on the court for the Nets getting the 4th quarter going. Jarrett Jack is out there at Bogdanovich. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Plumlee. And it's Teletovic in at the 4 spot. Shot by Jack. Wide open. Another shot. Thompson with the block. And here is Green. Dishes it to Thompson. From the arc. And that one's good. Thompson's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Warriors.
This is incredible. It's been a 3-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Outside Jack. There's a screen. Here's Bogdanovich. And the Nets miss again.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway. And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
There's the dish to Jack. Offensive rebound. The 3. And Teletovic kicks to Jack. That's good.
Boy, you don't expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Here's Teletovic, his third season out of Bosnia. You know, he once led the EuroLeague in scoring, and he loves to shoot. When he gets the ball, don't expect the pass. This guy is letting it fly.
Timeout called the Warriors. And Teletovic improving his shooting percentages last season.
I thought he really gained comfort in the NBA game, which wasn't a surprise, Kevin. Your second year, that's normally when that happens. Became an excellent stretch four, three-point shooting specialist. And, you know, ideally you put him with a really defensive-minded pivot man because he's not a great defender.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. His message: don't even look at the score right now. We've got to make one play at a time and execute. That's how we'll take this thing home. Kevin, he's trying to keep them focused.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Brown. He has 15 points and 1 assist.
The first free throw is good.
You think of the Warriors as a really strong team, and they are, but this might surprise you a bit. They had trouble with teams in the East. Lost to some of those teams in the Eastern Conference you would have expected them to beat last year.
Both shots good from the stripe. Well, the Warriors had some off shooting nights, certainly, as you guys were talking about, against the East. Definitely gave up some games because of it last year.
Well, and as poor as they actually shot against the East, the Warriors still won 20 games against the conference. So it just shows you how talented this club is. Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
You know, one of the things the Nets did last year that was pretty impressive, they found value in a number of players who had been overlooked by other teams in the league.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Johnson outside. Back to Brown. Shot clock at 6. He kicks it to Jack. Tries a 3. Here's Lopez. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Lopez. With the Nets, they did make strong role players out of guys that Steve didn't seem to be on anyone's radar.
Well, it gave them a lot of flexibility over the summer in terms of what they wanted to do personnel-wise. You can never discount how much that can shape the future of a franchise. You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, but
I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding, so important in a tight game.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Warriors trail by 4. Holiday with the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Brown. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Brown's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show. And the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
Nets leading by 3. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
And the Warriors making a change here. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Lionel Hollins as he addressed his team. He went over the offensive game plan and that it hinges on running through Lopez. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork, those were the messages. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. Brown dishes to Lopez.
Well, Lopez has been great. He has 9 rebounds and also a block shot.
And a moment now, look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nets.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And then you throw in the free throws on top of that, and this team really has it clicking.
Deron Williams checked in for Jarrett Jack. Warriors trail by 4, and Barbosa has it in the corner. Tries it from 9, and the Warriors tack on 2 more. Nets shoot just 30% from the field here in the 4th. Outside Williams. High post Lopez. Williams kicks to Johnson. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 5 assists in the game. The Warriors have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Barnes passes to Green. Lopez with the steal. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
The free throws go down and the lead goes up.
And Curry, here we go. And Deron Williams pulls it down.
Another